Hey guys, this is part 2 of my shave video. This is a double-edged straight razor. Now this is the one I prefer to use. You're looking for weight, you're looking for all kinds of things, but that's just a cheap one I grabbed. You can use a straight razor. I'm not comfortable doing that yet. It's going to take more practice than what this is. And it is harder than your ones that you'll just go to Walmart and buy. Target your basic ones that you pop off the expensive cartridge, grab the nip and pop it on. But this is a higher quality, and there's the blade. I mean, that's just single double edge on both sides, and this is the little part that comes in. There's 5 or 6 in here. When you're done with the razor blade, you put it here so you're not risking anyone getting cut. And seriously, these derbies are great. They're not too sharp, they're flexible, and this whole thing cost me $8, and that's enough for a year, almost a year. That it's, like I said, super cheap compared to all the other shaves out there you'll get. I'm gonna reapply my leather real quick because I do want to make sure it's not too dry when I'm doing it. And the longer you leave the soap on, the softer it will make your hair on your face. So if you've got a beard, or if you've got a really coarse, just natural facial hair like I do, it's not a bad idea to do that. So just kind of let it sit for a minute. We use hot water, and you want to apply the right angle. You don't want to go in like this, you'll cut your face up. You don't want to go sideways, you'll cut your face up. Just that perfect little angle. You want to contort your face sometimes, but super easy. Go with the grain. Sometimes if I want to go really super close, I'll go against the grain, but I definitely see a difference. I get a lot more cuts that way. And I barely have any angle on this at all. Sometimes it's just kind of rubbing against my skin where I'm actually touching this part, but it's so super easy that once you get the hang of how to actually hold the razor and angle it correctly for your face, you have to research the direction the grains are going, because you want to go with the grain. You should do that with any razor you're using. So that's something you should already do, but with the expensive kind, they make all kinds of things that will forgive. They flex, they do all kinds of stuff. This one, there is no flex, it's your wrist. So I'm just being a little more careful around this area because I know I'm more likely to cut myself here than most other places. Now if I want it super close and I don't go against the grain, I may shave 2 or 3 times. It's not really advisable. You want to give your face, a chance to heal. But if I'm on a date night with the wife or anything like that, I may choose to go a little closer. I'm going with the grain. You just have to kind of know your face to be able to judge how you're going to go. And this is one time where you're going to see me break some rules because my neck, I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to go slow. Make sure my razor is really wet when I'm doing it. I probably should reapply the lather when I'm doing this, but I really want to see the stubble that the other pass left behind, just so I make sure I get all of it off my neck. It's really, takes me back to boot camp because our final inspection at boot camp, we really wanted to look good because they judge us on that, give us a grade. And my drill instructor sent me back to shave like 5 or 6 times. And of course, we were using like a Mach 3 razor or whatever was the Gillette at the time. And my throat looked like someone had tried to murder me. And there were all these black little stubbles kind of right there at the surface that the razor wouldn't get, but they kept sending me back, kept sending me back. And now I kind of have a thing where I just hate seeing those little black hairs on my neck. Adam's apple's always the hardest. I don't know if you can see it, but because I went opposite direction, I've got some skin irritation. You normally wouldn't have that if you shaved the way I had originally said and go with the grain. And I've got a little bit of blood. This is actually really nothing. My neck looks way worse when I use like the Gillette Fusion or whatever that razor is. And that's the reason why I didn't shave very often before I started doing this. You can kind of see the texture that's gotten really dry. So I'm gonna get some more water on the soap, get my brush, I'm gonna lather it up and get my cheeks again, just going on a real quick pass on them. Like I said, I'm breaking rules. Those guys that are like professional shavers or whatever, I've got one guy that I followed on YouTube. He does a lot of reviews and how-tos. Guys like that would be yelling at me. And you can use stuff like, I've got this shave oil. I really didn't see any benefit out of it. Some guys swear by it. I really didn't see that it helped me all that much. So I'm just going to click past these areas. I've got a little bit of stuff I can still see. And just kind of clean it up for work tomorrow. chin. That's another difficult area, is the chin. I also found that I'm more precise with the single blade. You know, a lot of the newer ones have a single blade on the back side of it for trimming, but with this you don't need it because that's how it's built. Good night, sweetheart. Now I've theorized why the way you're supposed to do it doesn't really work for my face and leaves some of the other stuff, stubble left behind. One of the reasons might be that the razor blade might not be sharp enough. There are other brands out there that are sharper, but I've heard a lot of people say if you're not an expert at it, you're going to cut your face up way super bad. I don't want to do that. The other reason might be that my razor's not heavy enough. There's actually different weights, and the weight is actually what helps take the hair off, because the weight pushed down on the razor blade does affect it. Just breaking rules. But that's using the blade on the wet shave. Like I said, I'm using the butterfly opening double edged razor blade. You could use a straight razor. I'm just not comfortable there yet. I'm not there. But like, share, subscribe, and tune in for the next video is what you do after the shave. So I'm about to start that up, but thanks again for watching, and check out that next video.